What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're looking at the Saltstone Cave, or like the Den Wamper Farm, the Admiral's Den. It has a lot of names and it's a super popular transmog farm. It's like one of the best transmog farms in the game to do when you're like starting out with transmog, just because you get so much damn loot. I mean, look at this. This is what I've kept, and on many realms, you could have kept way more because the price of my realm kind of dog shit. So I gotta be somewhat selective of what I'm going to keep. But it's absolutely insane. So definitely go out and try to find people to do this farm. We're going to go through the farm and everything. But first, I just want to remind you guys that there's still a couple of days left. Not many, but still a few, to get the 0 to 10 million gold guide 50% off using code PREPATCH. Link down in the description. Anyways, the Saltstone Cave. It takes place in Thousand Needles, like all the way down here inside this cave. And we're going to be killing these guys, the Den Wamper. So the reason why it's called the Saltstone Cave is because the set Saltstone used to be like extremely good. Like it would sell for so much gold. It's unbelievable. Like the chest would go for 70,000 gold. The legs would sometimes go for as high as 100,000 gold, and it was selling fast. Now the problem is that a lot of people, like many other transmog farms, have started doing these farms. So prices have plummeted, but it's still a really good farm. Just because you're not specifically after like big ticket items. There is some items with a higher value, like the Dazzling Longsword. You got some plants and patterns with a decent value, but it's mostly to just get a bunch of variety up on the auction house of popular vanilla sets that tends to sell. So the way that you do this farm is pretty much just run in a circle around in this cave, and that's it. Like, get yourself a macro to kill these Den Wamper guys and just run in a loop. Constantly kill, constantly loot. It's super simple to do. Obviously, it's best to do with 5 people because you got 5 people just killing the mobs and hyper spawning them. The faster you kill them, the faster they spawn. So I always do this with 5 people. But I know that some people just bring like a friend or two or a couple of guildies and they do this farm because that will be better than doing it solo, you know? So you're never going to run out of mobs. And to do this the most optimal way, you don't want everybody in your group running in the same direction in the cave. So split the people and run in different directions of the cave. So you don't have 5 people running on top of each other. Like, you want to spread out inside the cave. But a really good farm. A farm that I've featured many times on this channel. So now, once again, I've done it for 10 hours. And we're going to see how much gold that made me. So, as you guys saw at the start, I got a lot of items. So, what items are you really after? So, we're going to look at the blues and the epics afterwards, but we want to go through the sets to begin with. So, I mentioned Saltstone in the beginning. That's definitely a set that you want to keep your eyes open for. Besides from the Saltstone pieces, you want the Steadfast pieces. Those are also really good. Look at the sell rate on these. It's not bad at all. So, definitely keep that. And then you also have the symbolic pieces. You want to keep those. And then you want to keep the Ember Silk pieces right here. And you also want to keep like all of these hats. Like hats like these, that they sell really well. All of these wizard hats. You also want to keep those. And then there's like a bunch of items like in between. That's usually worth keeping. So just make sure you have T7 Looter Bracer so you can see what the value and the vendor, the sell rates of the items are. There's a bunch of items to look out for. So epics, the best epic you can get is the Dazzling Longsword. I've received like probably 50 of them. This time though, 10 hours in, I think every single time we did it, somebody in my group got the Dazzling Longsword. I didn't. I mean, I only got these shitty epics right here. On a positive note, though, I got 2 of the Pattern Star Belt, which is, it's insane. It has a 90,000 golds on my realm right now. 92k market value, 16k, like, region sales average. However, if you look at my purchase price and my sell price, they usually go for, like, 5 to 10k. realistically. They're just really hard to get. They have a super low drop chance, which is why their price is usually super high. Blue items, the Witch Fury is decent, man. But like, besides from the Witch Fury and the Fire main leggings, these blue items, they're not that good. But they always tend to sell, like most of them. So I always tend to keep them. Like, even these shitty ones, like the Grim Reaper, like they tend to sell relatively good. So I always keep them. And that is pretty much it for the loot. Like, in terms of total value of this, if I use my T7 macro, we're looking at 377,000 gold, so 37k an hour, and that is not including the cloth. Like, this farm is really good for a cloth, but now the Relic of the Past has been nerfed. I, however, sold. This is mainly silk cloth, and I didn't keep silk cloth, so I would always sell it on the auction house because it wasn't a part of my tactic for the shuffling. So I made a decent amount of gold just selling the silk cloth too, man. Like, I think it was like 6,000-7,000 gold an hour guaranteed from the silk cloth and the mage weave and whatever you get as well. So overall, extremely good farm. If you struggle to find people for the farm, just join my Discord in the description, and there's people doing this farm constantly. But that was it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching, and a special thank you to everybody supporting my content by purchasing the 0 to 10 million gold guide and the positive reviews. Appreciate it a fuck ton. Anyways, see all of you guys back in on tomorrow's video. Until then, bye bye.